Alright guys, GK the Trader here. If you read the title here, you're probably wondering, unless you were watching my live stream this morning, my private live stream, you're probably wondering, well, what the hell happened? Basically, we took a short, went up 13 handles for a gain of 1% on one contract. And then intraday, I'm going to show you all the executions on that. I took 3 more trades, small little trades with tight stop losses, and wiped away that 1% and went right back to break even. So we'll get into that in the lower time frames, but for now, I'm going to bring your attention to the daily time frame. As you can see here, Monday, we had this bullish candle higher. And then here on Tuesday, we wick up into this higher fair value gap right here. And then we wick off of that, as you can see that. And the main target, I'm going to flip over to the weekly time frame, that I'm looking for here is going to be this small little weekly discount gap right here, and potentially even this one here with the volume imbalance below it. We'll have to wait and see though. If you look at the weekly time frame as well, you can see we opened here on the weekly candle, traded up to this weekly breaker here. This down close candle should act as an inversion. This was once a propulsion block. Now that we're below it, it acts as an inversion. You see the precision on that. And then if we take our fib from last week's high to here, you can see we traded right up into a small little premium there. So that's a good enough retracement for me. And then if we take our overall range, we'll take this low to high. You see we're in a discount. We still have more discount arrays to get to though. With that being said, let's drop down to the hourly time frame. So as you guys know, previous day's highs and previous 3 days highs and lows are the main draws in liquidity that I look for, at least. So if we look at Monday, Friday, Thursday, the previous 3 days high before that was swept, which up here there's buy stops resting from those who are making money going short all last week. So buy stops cleared, we trade up into that daily imbalance, and these two small little lines here is a old new week opening gap. So 4 premium arrays getting traded into here. And then my attention was drawn to this discount gap and the sell stops resting below here. From those that have been buying here, these are going to be where the sell stops are, below the London low and the Asian low. So intraday, the highs and lows that I target the most are New York session highs and lows and the London highs and lows. And just real quick, very fast, I am going to flip to the NASDAQ just to show you that there's a clear draw on liquidity on NASDAQ. You can clearly see this discount gap. Almost got it. There we go. So this one's a little clearer. You got the relative equal lows here, the London low with the Asian low, major draws in liquidity on their own, but you can see that they're relatively equal, and then we get this imbalance below it, and then this order block. So that would be the draw in liquidity there. So going back to ES, you can see we create this hourly swing high within the opening range, and we get that hourly change in the state of delivery. So we create this hourly order block here. Make sure I got that right. Yes, sir. So now I'm going to flip down to the lower time frames. But before that, I'm going to go ahead and mark out this hourly gap because it was influential to my initial trade that I took this morning. So just know that it's going to be these black lines here. So for the short side, you want to see it get below this imbalance and use that support. You can see we did that. You can see how on the hourly time frame we get below it. Indecisive candle, smack up into it, and then trade off. So with that being said, let me adjust this. Let's flip down to the 15-minute time frame. And actually, I'm going to go down to the 5-minute time frame. I didn't need the 15-minute time frame today, surprisingly. Usually it's my most important one, but anyways, pre-market, we form intermittent term high here. So just marking out market structure here. So we formed this intermittent term high here at the premium arrays, swing high to the left of it, and a swing high to the right of it. We opened right at 9:30 right here, and just smack right lower, and then we leave this 5-minute gap, and then we open, trade right up into that. Not only are we trading up into this 5-minute imbalance, but we're also trading up into this hourly fair value gap high. So if you take your fib from the London low to the high that was made, you can see that's right in a premium, so that's a valid short. And then you'd be targeting the sell side, obviously, and the gaps down here. You can see it better on a 15-minute time frame. And then the internal sell side resting below these relative equal lows here. Now, personally, I did not take this 5-minute short right here. I waited till we got displacement, and once I saw we were neglecting discount arrays and we got below this hourly imbalance, and then we retraced up into it, I had more confidence going short. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and drop down to the 1 minute. So I'm going to go ahead and pop the executions on here. And you can see it's doesn't look too pretty, does it? So initially I went short. Let me go back quick. Let me denote this second 5-minute gap within the hourly imbalance, just so we can use that as reference. So this hourly, or this 5-minute imbalance, sorry, I tried to go short on that right there. Too tight of a stop loss. Once we got this initial move down, I trailed my stop. So mistake number 1, trailing my stop. I know not to do this, and I usually never do it, but somehow I managed to do it today. Mistakes happen. I mean, it's trading, but obviously that was a rookie mistake for me, and it was just stemming from impatience. But anyways, so it comes back up, stops me out here, and I get a reposition here on another short, and then another short here once we get this shift in market structure. And then we trade institutional order flow entry drill up into this 1-minute imbalance here. See that? As soon as it got up there, I went short again within this wick of this breaker here, this down close candle, high, low, higher high, and then shift in market structure, trades up to that. Not only was I going short on that, but I was going short on the hourly fair value gap low, this black line here, and the daily fair value gap high. I know it's a mouthful there, but that would be this blue shaded area here, this high. See how it lends resistance? Same with right here. Beautiful precision on that. Now, here's why I went wrong. Caught our 13 handles here, beautiful returns. Before I keep going, actually, I want to show we did do 3 drives higher. So taking out multiple swing highs, 3 consecutive drives higher into this high here, and then taking the 930 high that was made to low up into a premium there. So 3 drives higher into a 5-minute imbalance and into this high and 1-minute order block here. So that was the narrative on that and why I went short right here and here. Now, here's where I messed up. I'm going to flip over to NASDAQ once more because it's more prominent. So right here, we cleared the London low. We cleared the London sell stops here. And we shifted above this high. And then I ended up going long. Which, I mean, that was fine. I was going long because I wanted to see us take out intraday buy stops up here. Obviously, it wasn't having that. But here's where I messed up. Mistake number 2. I went long and then I got stopped out. Now here's mistake number 2. I was forcing my will, and I was like, no, I know I'm right. It's going up for the buy stops. I know I'm right. I'm right, all right. What did I do? I re-entered long, got stopped out. Couldn't handle it, and once again, these are rookie mistakes, obviously, but it happens in trading, happens to the best of us. I went long once more, got stopped out again. So those are my 3 losses there that completely wiped all my profits that I made on these 2 contracts here. into the short. So 2 very tough mistakes that were made that ultimately brought me back to break even today and left me with no profits, which was trailing my stop too tight, coupled with impatience, and then forcing my will in the marketplace and just trying to be right instead of trying to be profitable. Because ideally I should have stopped trading after I caught this short, and I should have just closed the charts, but I was live streaming and I wanted to do more. And I guess that leads me into mistake number 3, wanting to do more and not being content with enough. I mean, I made 13 handles on 2 contracts. What more can you ask for? Like, why do you need more? I'm like talking to myself here. Why? I didn't. But inevitably, we're going to move forward. Tomorrow, we're going to come back stronger in the live stream. And I'm not going to, sit here and pout about mistakes I made, because they happen all the time. Well, not all the time, but they happen to the best of us. And I'm just going to move forward, and I'm going to learn from everything that I learned here today from my mistakes. But I am going to flip over to the NASDAQ quick, just to show you why I was looking for buy stops to be taken. So we had that London low being swept here on ES. Failed to do that on NASDAQ. We traded into a discount inefficiency. And then we had violent displacement higher. And then we had these relative equal highs with this small gap above it. So that's why I was looking for buy stops to be taken. But once again, you could see it wasn't having it. It was showing support at consequent encroachment of the daily fair value gap here and this old new week opening gap. You see this beautiful resistance landed here 3 times. And this is going to lead me into mistake number 4 of the day. Yes, I made 4 mistakes today. Not trading with the higher time frame directional premise. Yes, I can scalp intraday both directions. I've done it many times before on live streams and everything, and done perfectly fine. But I already made money on the short, and I'm over here trying to reverse go for the buy side. It looked juicy, yeah, it did, but I'm trading against the higher time frame order flow, which is something you shouldn't do a lot, if not at all. But anyways, you can see failure to get up there. And then we displace lower and ultimately go for that discount gap. So I think I went over everything I went through today. Tomorrow it's a new day. I'm going to learn from these mistakes. I'm going to make new mistakes in the future. I'm not done making mistakes. I'm always going to make mistakes as long as I'm alive. But it's about learning from them and moving forward and not letting it get you down and whatnot.